I heard about my first job in publishing through Twitter, which was not something that I was expecting. I was already following Hotkey Books on Twitter because I had done a book review for them and they had interacted with me before, and I loved their Twitter account. And then they tweeted about a job opening and they posted a blog post and a video. So that's how I found out about it. My main responsibilities at my job are mostly doing social media. So we have a Twitter account where I kind of manage everything. We have a blog that we update daily. We have a YouTube channel, so I create the content for that and kind of manage everything. And I also manage some of the ebook distribution. I think the most interesting part of my job is interacting with the community that we've built for Hotkey. So day to day, tweeting at people, creating the videos, and then seeing the responses. And also working with people in a way that they've kind of never used social media before. So I have to film people a lot who've never been on camera before. I've had to explain Tumblr and other social media to authors, and I really enjoy seeing how different people respond to that. One of the biggest challenges that I've had in my job so far is having to do complete video shoots, because I'm very used to doing kind of small scale videos. But once it's a shoot with a high profile author where I'm kind of in charge of everything and a lot is depending on it, I think that's been the most challenging so far, but also the most rewarding when everything goes really well. I studied English language and culture, so English as a second language in the Netherlands, and then I did my master's in literature and literary translation. In my job, there's a lot of technical skill that's required, so I think it's very important to know video editing and things like that, but then also managing communities and knowing how to talk to people without being too businesslike, but also without being too friendly. There's kind of an in-the-middle road that you have to pick, and that's something that you can only learn by doing it for a very, very long time. I think that's a very important skill to have. The working culture of the publishing industry is something that kind of surprised me. I always thought it was a lot more corporate, but especially working in a smaller publishing company, I just get to see a lot of enthusiasm and just creativity from everyone. I think that the most interesting development in the publishing industry in the last 5 years is definitely social media. It's always kind of been around, and I might be a bit biased because it is my job, but I think that there's such a strong connection now between readers and publishing companies and readers and authors. And I especially think that before social media happened, readers weren't really aware of publishing companies, of their different identities, and they wouldn't pick up a book based on a specific publishing company. But if you can create that personal connection with someone, for example, on Twitter, there's a big chance that they will take your name as a publishing company as a recommendation. My advice for anyone who wants to get into publishing would probably be Twitter. This is something that I did when I started looking for jobs. I started following more and more people that work in the industry, that have important roles, publishing companies and things like that. And that's how I found out about my job. And I also met a lot of people through Twitter, just through casually chatting. I found out about events, about news, and my entire feed changed to kind of a feed of publishing news, and I found that very helpful.